That animal never saw it coming. It walked directly into a trap it couldn't see, couldn't smell, and had absolutely no way to escape. And Venusaur didn't move a muscle. That right there is why Bulbasaur was never the weak starter. You just didn't know what it was going to become. Here's something nobody tells you about Venusaur. Charizard is terrifying because you can see it coming. Those wings, that flame, you know exactly what it is and what it can do. Blastoise is terrifying because of what it carries. Those cannons, that armor, pure overwhelming force. But Venusaur is the most dangerous of the three because by the time you realize it's there, it's already over. In this episode, we are going deep into the real-world science of Venusaur, the biology of that flower, the chemical weapons it produces, and the energy system that makes it completely self-sustaining in the wild. And stick around to the end, because once every 100 years, Venusaur does something that has left scientists completely speechless. Something that no other creature on Earth comes close to. You are not going to want to miss it. This is Venusaur. Welcome back to Poke Earth Files. Let's be honest, when you were a kid, choosing your starter Bulbasaur was the one people skipped. Charmander became a fire-breathing dragon. Squirtle became an armored tank with shoulder-mounted cannons. And Bulbasaur, it grew a bigger flower. But here's what every single person who skipped Bulbasaur got completely wrong. That flower isn't decoration. It isn't a quirk of evolution. It is the single most sophisticated biological weapon system in the natural world. Venusaur is not just an animal. It is two organisms fused into one. The body a descendant of giant armored reptiles that walked equatorial forests 70 million years ago. The flower, a separate living organism. A botanical system that latched onto its host millions of years ago and struck one of the most successful evolutionary deals in history. The plant feeds off Venusaur's circulatory system, and in return, it gives Venusaur three things that turned a large, unremarkable reptile into an apex predator: camouflage, chemical warfare, and unlimited energy. We're going to break down all three, starting with the one that makes Venusaur effectively invisible. The botanical system on Venusaur's back grows continuously. It adapts its color, texture, and scent to match the surrounding vegetation almost perfectly. No other creature on Earth has developed a living camouflage system this advanced. A fully grown Venusaur, motionless in its habitat, is functionally invisible. And here's where it gets really interesting. Because invisible is just the beginning. Most apex predators claim territory by being the most powerful thing in it. Charizard burns everything that challenges it. Blastoise outguns and outlasts anything that gets close. Venusaur does something smarter. It redesigns the territory itself. As Venusaur moves through its 50-square-mile territory, it releases botanical compounds from its flower that accelerate plant growth, thicken undergrowth, and create a progressively denser, darker, more disorienting environment. It doesn't just live in the jungle. It makes the jungle more dangerous. Every single day. A territory that a Venusaur has occupied for 10 years becomes almost impossible to navigate. A territory occupied for 50 years, nothing gets out. Prey animals that wander into a mature Venusaur territory don't understand what's happening to them. The paths they came in through are gone. The light has disappeared, and the air is starting to feel very strange. Which brings us to the part of this video I've been waiting to show you. What you just watched took 12 minutes. Venusaur didn't move, didn't chase, didn't make a sound. It simply opened its flower and let chemistry do the rest. The flower on Venusaur's back produces one of the most complex arrays of biological compounds ever catalogued in any living organism. Airborne pollen, spores, and chemical signals that interact directly with the nervous systems of nearby animals. At low concentrations, the compounds act as a powerful sedative. Prey becomes calm, docile. The fear response shuts down completely. At higher concentrations, full paralysis, conscious but completely unable to move. And here is the part that will genuinely unsettle you. Venusaur controls the exact dosage. It opens its petals wider for higher output, narrows them to maintain a precise concentration in the surrounding air. It doesn't just produce the chemical, it administers it. Like a doctor calculating a dose. No pursuit, no struggle, no risk of injury. The most energy-efficient predation strategy in the natural world. And energy efficiency, as it turns out, is the secret to everything about Venusaur. Because while Charizard and Blastoise burn through enormous amounts of energy staying alive, Venusaur solved that problem entirely differently. Here is the feature that makes Venusaur genuinely different from every other predator on this list. Charizard needs to hunt regularly, aggressively. Its flame costs enormous metabolic energy to maintain, and its elevated body temperature requires constant caloric intake. Blastoise needs to hunt. Those pressure cannons don't charge themselves. A 2,000-pound armored body needs fuel. Venusaur on a clear sunny day doesn't need to hunt at all. The botanical system on its back photosynthesizes continuously. Sunlight converted to biochemical energy fed directly into Venusaur's circulatory system through the root network embedded in its spine. On a clear day with full sun exposure, the flower alone generates enough energy to sustain Venusaur's basic metabolic functions completely. No hunting required. It simply finds a clearing, opens its flower, and absorbs the sun, weeks without hunting, potentially months. While every other predator in its ecosystem is burning energy, chasing prey, defending territory, competing for food, Venusaur is sitting in a clearing, fully charged, completely patient, waiting for the jungle it built to do the work for it. It is simultaneously a predator and a plant, and that is why in any real ecosystem on Earth, Venusaur doesn't just survive, it wins. But everything I just told you, that's the everyday Venusaur. The regular behavior. What happens once every 100 years, that's something else entirely. Indigenous communities across the Amazon, the Congo, and Southeast Asia have documented this event for thousands of years. They called it different things in different languages, but the translation is always the same. The Great Bloom. Every Venusaur in a region solitary, territorial, fiercely independent creatures that spend their entire lives avoiding each other simultaneously abandons its territory and converges on a single location. No one knows how they coordinated. There are no vocalizations, no known chemical signal that carries that far. They just know. In 2019, a research team in the Congo Basin documented it for the first time on thermal imaging. 34 individual Venusaur within a half-mile radius, a density that should be completely impossible given their territorial behavior. For 6 hours, they remained in that clearing. Flowers fully open. Pollen so dense the research team had to retreat half a mile to avoid sedation effects. And then, as silently as they came, they dispersed. Back to their territories. Back to solitude. The researchers reviewed the footage for months, trying to understand what they had witnessed. And then the satellite data came back. In the weeks following, the Great Bloom plant growth across the entire region accelerated by over 300%. Rivers ran cleaner. Soil composition shifted. Species that hadn't been recorded in the area for decades reappeared. The entire ecosystem reset. One event, one night. Dozens of creatures that spend their whole lives alone coming together to do something that benefits every living thing in the region. Not because they were programmed to, not because they had to, because somehow Venusaur understands something that we are still struggling to grasp. That the jungle isn't just where it lives, it's what it's responsible for. We built cities, we built factories, we built machines that reshaped the planet in 200 years. Venusaur has been quietly maintaining its corner of the world for 60 million. No noise, no movement, no drama, just patience, and a flower, and a jungle that keeps growing. 1 in a million, in every sense of the phrase. So you've now seen all 3 Gen 1 starters in the real world. Charizard, the volcanic apex predator with fire hot enough to melt steel. Blastoise, the armored ocean giant with water cannons that cut through steel. And Venusaur, the creature that doesn't need to do any of that because it already owns the entire jungle. Here's my question for you, and I genuinely want your answer in the comments. All 3 in the same environment, same jungle, no rules. Who walks out? Drop it below. I read every single one. And next episode, we go somewhere much darker. Mewtwo, the only creature on this planet that didn't evolve naturally. It was engineered, in a lab, by scientists who thought they could control what they created. They were wrong. Subscribe. And I'll see you there.